Hi plant lovers, Dom here at Red Leaf Exotics, and today I'm going to show you guys how to hard repot your Nepenthes plants. So what exactly is a hard repot? If you guys have seen previous videos where I transplant Nepenthes, I usually move the plant up into a larger pot. I don't disturb the root ball too much, and I'll just fill it in with fresh new soil, and it's pretty much good to go. So when the soil is broken down too much, or the plant has a pest, that's when I'll do a hard repot. In other words, I'll strip all the soil away from the roots and pot it up into a new home with all fresh soil. Today we're gonna be repotting Truncata cross densiflora from Exotica Plants. This plant is still pretty healthy, but a couple things are going on with it. It did just flower, which takes some energy out of it, and the soil is sinking down pretty low. It has been in this pot for a couple years, so that is a good sign that this plant is ready for some fresh sphagnum moss. So the first thing I'm gonna do here is clean my plant up so that these old pitchers and leaves aren't in my way. So I'm gonna get my shears, I'm gonna come along and just clip the old pitchers off. The only pitcher. Just some of this. This just makes it a lot easier to work with. So that's pretty good there. I'm gonna get this old tendril out of the way. And there, my plant is pretty cleaned up and ready to be unpotted. Now I'm gonna get this plant out of its pot. It is so excited and ready for this. I have this big tray of water here, and I'm just gonna get it right into the water. Oh, you can see some bugs crawling around in there. Before removing all the old soil, I love to look really close and just make sure there's no pest hiding on the roots or anything funky going on. This looks pretty normal. So now what I'll do is start to massage the old soil away from the roots. Want to be really gentle. Nepenthes roots are just so brittle and they can break right off. You can see all that perlite. The sphagnum has like disintegrated. And now what I'll do before pulling too much is get my hose and wash the excess soil off the roots. So I'll just put my hand under this and I'll start from the top and I'll just start washing all that old soil away. This plant is going to love getting a fresh pot with soil. Just so you guys can see better, I switched the old tub out. I'm gonna continue just removing some of the old soil. And this looks like we got most of it off there. It looks pretty bare root to me. And when you're doing this, it's really important to make sure the plant's roots stay moist and probably soaking in water. You don't want to take this out and just leave it in the open air. That will probably really make your plant even more unhappy than it probably already is with its roots being all exposed. So I'll show you guys what this looks like up close to give you an idea of Nepenthes roots. You can see they're black, they're pretty wiry, very delicate, more fleshy toward the base of the plant, and then they just turn into these fine hair-like root structures. So very delicate, and you do want to be as careful as you can be. You are going to lose roots, but they will respond very well once they're in their fresh new home. I have my pot here. I have my potting mixture, which is 50-50 long fiber sphagnum and perlite. So what we're going to do is just fill this pot halfway up with the new soil. Looks really nice. I can already feel how happy the plant is. It cannot wait to get in here. And you don't want to push it down too much. A little firm is okay, but you don't want to make it too compact. So I'm going to put my plant in the new pot. I'm going to fan the roots out. You don't want them in a big clump or pile. That looks really nice. And now I'm gonna start filling in with the new potting mix. And I'm just gonna start filling in. And then as the soil goes around the plant, let it drop a little. And this will make sure it is snugly in its new home. We are just about finished. We have our soil all the way to the brim of the pot. This looks so much better. And now I'm gonna give this plant a stake because it is kind of tall. And I'm gonna gently work it down into the pot. Here's my green tie. And right now it is January. I'm thinking this thing will be rocking by March with beautiful new pictures. And that's pretty much that. The last thing I'm gonna do here is water this plant into place. Whenever you're transplanting or repotting a Nepenthes, you wanna make sure the first watering you give it fully soaks the pot until it starts coming out of the bottom. And that is just how easy it is to give your Nepenthes a full-on hard repot. This plant looks so much happier, and it is ready to go back in the collection and start producing some more beautiful pictures. If you love this video, like, comment, share, and subscribe. And if you have any questions, feel free to type them below, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys soon.